Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Tonight, we're going to gently step away from the noise of the day and ease into a peaceful space where your mind can slow down and your body can fully relax. This is your time to rest, to breathe, and to be gently guided into sleep. Together, we'll journey through calming reflections inspired by the Psalms, ancient words of comfort, hope, and stillness, woven into a soothing bedtime story designed to quiet your thoughts and help you drift off. So go ahead, settle into your bed, find the most comfortable position, and allow yourself to unwind. Let the day fade away and let peace begin to settle in. Tonight, as you settle beneath the covers and let the world fade away, take a moment to realize just how rare this time truly is. A pause between everything that has been and all that's still to come. Imagine that you are stepping into a sanctuary, a quiet retreat, prepared just for you. A place where the anxieties of the day have no invitation, and the restlessness of tomorrow is held gently at bay. In this gentle darkness, there is nothing you need to do, nothing to fix or solve, only a soft invitation to be, to breathe, and to rest. The psalmist once wrote, "In peace, I will lie down and sleep. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety." Those ancient words echo softly through the centuries, a gentle lullaby for tired souls everywhere, a reminder that the night itself can be a blessing. Think of all the countless nights behind you, the storms that passed, the moments when sleep felt distant, and notice that every morning still came. Every dawn unfolded with new light and new possibility. Tonight, you're free to let go of the weight you've carried. Imagine those worries as leaves caught in a slow-moving stream, drifting farther away with every gentle breath you take. Picture yourself wrapped in warmth and safety, the outside world quieted, its noise and demands muffled by the soft embrace of night. There is something sacred in this stillness, a permission to trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Breathe in deeply, feeling your body relax a little more with every exhale. Your thoughts may want to wander, but notice how they, too, can grow sleepy, like children ready to be tucked in, soothed by the gentle rhythms of your heart. Let them drift, unhurried, as you imagine the ancient shepherd who wrote the Psalms, resting under a sky full of stars, listening to the peaceful sounds of the earth at night. He knew, as you know now, that rest is not only a break from doing, but a gift, a reminder that you are cared for, watched over, sheltered by love stronger than worry or fear. Each breath invites a little more calm. Each heartbeat reassures you that you are safe in this moment. Imagine your room as a quiet sanctuary, the gentle darkness like a cocoon, soft and comforting, wrapping you in peace. The world outside will keep turning, but for now, you can simply exist, at ease and unhurried, trusting that you are held in the night's embrace. In this space, nothing is required of you but rest. Let this be enough. Let yourself be at peace. Let your mind drift now to a place where peace is not just a feeling, but a landscape that surrounds you, a gentle valley where the air is cool and calm, and in the distance, a stream winds its way through soft grass and wildflowers. The water glimmers as it moves, a ribbon of silver beneath a tranquil sky. And as you imagine yourself here, every muscle in your body begins to loosen, your heartbeat softening to match the slow, quiet rhythm of this imagined world. It is in moments like this, when you let your thoughts find their own gentle flow, that you can understand the ancient words. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. There is nothing urgent here, no deadlines or distractions, only the soft hush of water, the gentle breath of wind, and the soothing chorus of crickets in the grass. Each sound blends together into a perfect lullaby, inviting you to release whatever you are carrying and allow yourself to simply be. The worries that pressed in during the day lose their edge here, dissolving into the cool mist rising from the stream. It doesn't matter if you feel far from peaceful in your waking hours. Everyone is welcome at the water's edge. Imagine dipping your hands into the gentle current, feeling its coolness and clarity. And as you do, allow the tension in your shoulders to melt away, replaced by the effortless calm of nature itself. Here, in this safe haven, your soul is restored in ways you may not even notice at first. A sense of being unburdened, a feeling of being whole. The stream asks nothing of you but to rest by its side, to listen and breathe and let go, if only for a moment. Reflect for a moment on how life's challenges can feel like rapids, noisy and swift, pushing you in every direction, leaving you breathless and unsteady. But now, in the quiet of the night, you're free to step away from the current and sit at the water's edge, letting your thoughts become as smooth as the surface of a gentle pool. The psalmist understood that restoration comes not from striving, but from surrender, allowing yourself to be led to places of calm, where healing can begin quietly beneath the surface. In this place, you're allowed to let your mind wander, to drift as slowly and lazily as the stream itself, knowing that you are safe to do so. There are no expectations, no right or wrong ways to rest. Just as water follows its path naturally, you too are invited to trust that your own journey can slow and meander for a while. Feel the quiet strength that grows from these still waters. Imagine the gentle sunlight filtering through leaves overhead, dappling the ground with golden warmth, touching your skin in soft patterns that move with the breeze. Let yourself believe, just for tonight, that you deserve this kind of peace. As you listen to the imagined sounds of water and wind, notice how your body relaxes even more deeply, your breath falling into an easy, unhurried pattern. This is the promise of rest, the quiet restoration of spirit that comes not with force, but with gentle acceptance. You do not have to earn this moment, it is already yours. Even if your mind wanders, always know you can return to this stream, this peaceful place within yourself. The world will wait, and the waters will always be here, calm and patient, ready to restore you again and again. Allow this image to linger as you drift further into relaxation, knowing you are being led by kindness, by wisdom, by the deep and ancient promise of peace. In the quiet, let your soul be restored, your spirit renewed, your night blessed by the simple gift of stillness. Imagine now the feeling of shelter after a long day, the comfort of stepping indoors while rain falls softly outside, or the warmth of a favorite blanket wrapped around your shoulders as the wind begins to rise. There is a profound sense of safety that comes when we find refuge, a feeling of being protected from everything that might unsettle us. And tonight, you are invited to rest in that place of comfort and security. The words of the psalmist speak across the ages, reminding us, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge." Picture yourself shielded from every storm, both the literal storms of weather and the inner storms of worry, fear, and uncertainty. As you listen, imagine a gentle wing folding over you, soft, warm, and impenetrable, a symbol of the unshakable safety that is being offered in this moment. Think back to times in life when you have faced uncertainty or change, when the future seemed unclear or overwhelming. There may have been moments when you wished for someone to tell you, "It's going to be all right." Someone to draw you close and make the world's edges seem less sharp, its noises less jarring. That is what it feels like to find true shelter, to be gathered in, accepted exactly as you are, and kept safe from whatever storms may rage outside. Tonight, let yourself step into that shelter. You do not need to be strong or brave. Here, vulnerability is not a weakness, but an invitation to experience the deep rest that comes from knowing you are protected. Just as a child instinctively seeks comfort in a parent's arms during a thunderstorm, you can allow yourself to lean into this feeling of protection and let go of every defense. The world is full of unknowns, and so much is outside our control. But within this gentle shelter, you can release the burdens you've been carrying. Imagine each worry as a raindrop on a sturdy roof, heard but harmless, unable to reach you. Let your breath become steady and even. matching the quiet rhythm of the rain, knowing that here, in this moment, nothing can disturb your peace. The psalmist's promise is not just for those who have everything figured out. It is for all who seek safety and solace, for anyone who longs for a pause from the relentless pace of daily life. Notice how your body begins to relax as you picture this safe place. The tension in your shoulders eases, your jaw softens, and your hands unclench, settling into the softness beneath you. Feel the gentle weight of the night as it settles around you, not as a burden, but as a protective covering, a layer of quiet that keeps all stress and strain at bay. Even if the winds of life howl outside, you are shielded, cocooned in a sanctuary that exists both around you and within you. There is nothing you need to guard against here, nothing you must defend. Every part of you is welcome, every emotion understood, every fear gently soothed by the assurance that you are not alone. If your thoughts wander to troubles or uncertainties, imagine them meeting a wall of gentle feathers, soft yet strong, yielding yet unbreakable. Each worry is absorbed and dissipated, leaving you lighter and more at ease. This is your place of refuge, a space where healing can begin quietly, without fanfare or struggle. You are free to surrender, to let yourself be cared for, to trust that the world can wait while you rest. Consider how nature provides examples of shelter everywhere. The nest that cradles new life, the cave that shields from storms, the tree that spreads its branches wide to provide shade and cover. In the same way, you're gathered in, protected by a love that is greater than your fears, stronger than any challenge you face. Let this image settle deep within you, the image of being held, of being watched over, of being safe no matter what tomorrow brings. Each breath you take reinforces this feeling, anchoring you in the present, grounded and secure. As you begin to drift towards sleep, remember that this refuge is not just for tonight. It is a promise you can return to whenever you need. A gentle wing, a sturdy roof, a quiet space inside yourself where peace can always be found. Allow yourself to trust in this shelter, to welcome rest without hesitation, knowing that you are deeply and truly safe. The storms may come and go, but here, under these wings, you are protected, cherished, and at peace. There is a gentle strength in knowing that you are not alone on your journey, that even as you rest, there is a presence watching over you with unwavering care. Imagine for a moment the image of a shepherd, calm and watchful, tending to his flock under a sky filled with quiet stars. The night air is cool and still, the only sound a distant lullaby of crickets and the soft rustle of grass. The sheep, usually alert and restless, find peace in the shepherd's presence. Their fears recede because they trust in his gentle guidance. This is the comfort the ancient psalmist described. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Tonight, allow yourself to become one of that cherished flock, looked after with infinite patience and love, guided by a wisdom that knows every path you walk, even those that twist into shadow or seem uncertain in the dark. Consider all the moments in life when uncertainty has crept in, when the way forward felt hidden or confusing. It is in those times, just as in the deepest night, that the role of a shepherd is most precious, someone to light the way with soft words, to lead you gently along safe trails, to make sure that even in valleys of shadow you are never truly lost. The shepherd does not demand perfection from his flock. He is patient with those who lag behind, kind to those who stumble, and attentive to the ones who wander. This is the promise that surrounds you now. You are cared for even when you doubt, guided even when you hesitate, and loved even when you feel far from deserving. Rest in this knowledge, letting the tension drain from your body as you imagine every care and burden being noticed, tended to, and eased. Think of how it feels to walk beside someone who truly sees you, someone who listens and understands, who does not rush you, but instead matches your pace. This is the gift of being gently shepherded, a gift that brings quiet reassurance. Even in the dark, the shepherd's presence is a steady beacon, There is no pressure to move faster than you are able. No need to hide your fatigue or pretend to be fearless. Every part of your journey, from the green pastures to the rugged hills, is overseen by a care that does not falter with the setting sun. The psalmist's words are more than poetry. They are a quiet lullaby for the soul, inviting you to settle into trust, to believe that you truly lack nothing, not even in the quiet solitude of night. Allow your thoughts to slow and your breathing to deepen as you imagine this shepherd drawing close, whispering peace into your heart. In the quiet fields of the mind, your anxieties are soothed, the aches of the day begin to fade. With each breath, feel yourself more rooted in the knowledge that you are watched over, not just tonight, but always. The shepherd does not sleep or stray. His attention is never distracted, his care never divided. You can let go of vigilance, knowing you are safe in the presence of this gentle guide. Each gentle word spoken, each reassuring gesture, each thoughtful pause is a sign that you matter, that your rest is precious. If your thoughts begin to wander to worries about the days ahead, imagine the shepherd guiding you to a place of comfort, a soft bed of grass beneath the open sky. The troubles of the world grow distant here. The fears that seem so large in the daylight shrink beneath the protective gaze of your watchful guardian. There is nothing you must do, nothing you must fix. You are already enough, already cared for, already embraced by a love that knows your name and values your rest. Even if the path ahead is hidden in shadow, you can trust that each step will be gently guided, each obstacle noticed and made safe. The shepherd is there, steadfast and near, so you can surrender to the sweet release of sleep. Feel your body growing heavier, more relaxed, as you picture yourself settling into this protected field, the world growing quieter and softer with every passing moment. There is a sense of belonging here, a feeling that you have found your place, and that you are exactly where you need to be. Allow yourself to sink deeper into this calm, knowing that the shepherd will keep watch while you sleep, tending to the night and keeping you safe. There is no fear in this place, no danger that can reach you, only the quiet assurance that you are held by a gentle hand and guided by an unwavering love. Let this comfort stay with you as you drift closer to dreams, knowing that you are never alone, never forgotten, always guided by the tender care of your shepherd. Even as the world falls into darkness and the edges of the day grow dim, there is a promise that light is never truly gone. Imagine the gentle glow of a candle burning in a quiet room, or the silvery hush of moonlight washing over a sleeping city. The darkness may seem vast and endless at first, but look closer and you'll see that even the smallest spark can push back the night, offering warmth and hope that outshines any shadow. The psalmist understood this deeply, writing, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" Let these words settle over you, a gentle shield against every worry that creeps in after the lights go out. In the hush of your own space, as the world grows still, let yourself remember that darkness is not the end, but a canvas for something soft and radiant to emerge. There have been times in everyone's life when darkness feels overwhelming, when doubts or fears seem to swell in the silence, growing larger when you're alone with your thoughts at night. In those moments, it's easy to believe that you are alone with your uncertainties. But the truth is, light always finds a way to return. Think of all the mornings that have followed long nights, all the sunrises that have quietly banished shadows from the corners of your room. In the same way, hope is never far, even in your deepest valleys. Each worry or sorrow is a night that cannot last forever, because the dawn is always waiting on the horizon. Sometimes the light comes in bold, golden beams, chasing every shadow from the room in an instant. But more often, it arrives gently, a soft glimmer of reassurance, a kind word remembered, a memory that warms you, or the realization that you have survived every difficult night before this one. Even as you rest now, that light is gathering quietly in the background, promising that the morning will come again. Notice how the gentle darkness in your room holds you like a blanket, a space for your spirit to rest, rather than a void of loneliness. The shadows themselves are soft, not threatening, but peaceful, as if the whole world is holding its breath, waiting with you for the return of light. Imagine for a moment the quiet comfort of stars overhead, distant and constant, each one a silent witness to your journey. Though they seem small from where you are, together they light up the night sky, proof that darkness is never complete. You are a part of this great tapestry, your own hopes and dreams glimmering quietly in the background, adding their own light to the world. Even when you can't see the path ahead, trust that the light is there, ready to reveal itself when the moment is right. There is nothing you need to chase or force. Your only task tonight is to rest, letting the promise of light soothe your mind and calm your spirit. Let your thoughts settle into this sense of assurance, breathing in slowly and deeply as you accept the comfort that comes from knowing you are never abandoned to the dark. Every sigh, every heartbeat, every slow inhale is a thread pulling you gently toward peace. If you find yourself wrestling with old regrets or future worries, imagine them being softened by a warm and gentle light, their edges blurring until they no longer disturb your rest. The darkness becomes a space of healing, a pause in which new strength and hope can grow. It's easy to forget, especially in times of struggle, that even the darkest night carries the seeds of morning. Every trial, every sorrow is met by a promise. The Lord is my light and my salvation. There is nothing to fear in this moment, no shadow that can truly harm you, no darkness that can swallow the light inside your heart. Let that knowledge settle into your bones, a quiet certainty that brings peace to your spirit. You are safe, you are watched over, and you are being gently led out of shadow and into the soft glow of hope. As you drift closer to sleep, allow the image of light to fill your thoughts, a lamp in a window, a star in the night sky, a gentle sunrise creeping across the horizon. Know that even as you sleep, the light keeps watch, guarding your rest and guiding you toward a new day. There is no need to hurry or worry, for every night is followed by morning and every darkness by dawn. Trust in this promise and let yourself be at ease, surrounded by the gentle, ever-present light that never fails. Let yourself drift through the gentle memories of the day, seeking not what was missing or what went wrong, but the quiet blessings that were present all along, waiting to be noticed. Gratitude is a soft, golden thread woven through our lives, often so delicate we can overlook it amidst the noise of worries and demands. But now, as you prepare for sleep and the world slows to a hush, let gratitude become the gentle melody that guides your thoughts. The psalmist reminds us, enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. Imagine the gates opening wide for you, not because you have accomplished something grand, but simply because you are willing to notice the gifts scattered through even the most ordinary of days. Begin with the smallest of things, the warmth of the bed beneath you, the comfort of soft sheets against your skin, the gentle rhythm of your breath. Each is a quiet blessing, a reminder that you are cared for in ways that do not always announce themselves loudly. Think back to a moment, however fleeting, that made you smile. A kind word, a comforting glance, the taste of something sweet, the laughter that echoed, the sunlight that brushed your face, the feeling of being understood, even for a heartbeat. Allow those memories to linger, to settle warmly in your chest, outshining the fatigue or frustration that might have weighed on you earlier. Gratitude does not ask for perfection or grand gestures. It finds beauty in the simplest kindnesses and the smallest moments of joy. As you continue to breathe deeply, let your heart recall the people who have touched your life, however briefly or gently. Perhaps a loved one offered support without being asked, or a stranger smiled as you passed, or you found courage in yourself that you hadn't noticed before. Each connection, Each spark of goodness is a gift that deserves to be honored and remembered. Life is made not only of the big achievements, but of thousands of moments where grace slipped in quietly, where love made itself known in subtle ways. A door held open, a word of encouragement, the shared silence of understanding. These gifts are all around you, always, waiting to be gathered up and cherished. Consider the comforts of home, the familiar scents and sounds that mean safety and belonging, the hum of quiet voices, the faint aroma of something delicious, the soothing routine that marks the end of another day. These are all blessings as precious as any grand adventure. Notice how your body responds to this gentle attention, your muscles unwinding, your heart rate slowing, your spirit growing lighter. Gratitude is not just an emotion, but a balm, a way of seeing that transforms even the most ordinary moment into something beautiful. As you recall each gift, imagine yourself gathering them in your arms, letting them fill you with warmth, peace, and contentment. If your mind returns to moments of disappointment or challenge, gently remind yourself that even difficult days carry hidden blessings, a lesson learned, a resilience gained, a deeper empathy for others. The psalmist's invitation to enter with thanksgiving is not an order to ignore pain or hardship, but a gentle encouragement to seek the light that filters through even the darkest clouds. Your gratitude can be as quiet as a whispered prayer, as simple as a silent thank you for breath, for rest, for the chance to try again tomorrow. Let these feelings of gratitude move through your body, filling every corner with soft, glowing comfort. As your thoughts grow quiet and the edges of sleep approach, know that you are entering a sacred space, carried gently on the wings of thankfulness. The day may not have been perfect, but there is beauty in its imperfection, a mosaic of small joys, hard-won victories, and lessons that shape who you are becoming. You are enough, just as you are, and the blessings in your life are enough too. Each is a stepping stone, guiding you forward, leading you home. Now, with your heart at ease, let yourself rest in this state of gentle gratitude. There is nothing more to do, nothing more to strive for. The gifts of today have been received, and tomorrow's blessings are quietly waiting. Enter sleep with thanksgiving, surrounded by the quiet music of praise, knowing you are cherished and that every simple joy matters deeply. Let gratitude be your lullaby, softly carrying you into peaceful dreams. Let your mind ease into a state of gentle surrender, allowing the restlessness of the day to slip away, bit by bit, until what remains is only calm. Imagine your heart as a quiet room, bathed in soft golden light, free from hurry or demand. There is nothing here but peace, a deep and abiding tranquility that can never be rushed or forced. The psalmist wrote, "I have calmed and quieted my soul, like a weaned child with its mother, like a weaned child is my soul within me." These words describe a stillness that is earned through letting go, through allowing yourself to be comforted in the presence of something greater than fear or worry. Picture yourself resting in this quietness, held gently, with nothing expected of you and nothing you need to prove. There are moments in every life when the world feels too loud, when thoughts circle endlessly and worries crowd in, stealing sleep and stealing peace. But even in the midst of noise and confusion, you can choose to return to this quiet heart. It may feel unfamiliar at first, this practice of releasing control and letting yourself be still. Yet, like the child who learns to trust in the safety of loving arms, you too can relax, your spirit uncoiling with each breath, your mind loosening its grip on anxieties that no longer serve you. The quiet heart does not mean a heart without thought or feeling. It means a heart that is able to rest, to breathe, to find balance and comfort, even as the world outside continues to turn. Think of the gentle ways you've already calmed yourself throughout the day, perhaps pausing to take a deep breath when stress rose, or stepping outside for a moment of fresh air, or closing your eyes just long enough to let your mind drift. These small acts are not insignificant. They are the foundation of your quiet heart. Tonight, you give yourself permission to go deeper, to create a sanctuary within that cannot be shaken by outside events. In this space, you are shielded from expectations, from the relentless urge to achieve or perform. Here, you're simply present, accepted as you are, valued for nothing more than your own being. Let your breathing grow slower, your body heavy and relaxed, every muscle finding its place in perfect comfort. The world grows softer as you lean into this state of quietness, and even thoughts that once clamored for attention now begin to whisper instead, respectful of the peace you are nurturing. If worries try to intrude, imagine them like leaves on a still pond, touching the surface but never able to disturb its depths. The quiet heart is not achieved by pushing anxiety away, but by welcoming it with kindness and allowing it to settle, to grow drowsy, to drift off into the gentle darkness. Remember, you do not have to work for this peace. It is your birthright, waiting for you whenever you're ready to claim it. Even on nights when sleep feels far away, or your thoughts are tangled and restless, you can practice coming back to this place of stillness. Every gentle breath draws you closer. Every exhale releases tension. There is wisdom in letting go, in trusting that you are enough, that you do not need to solve every problem or understand every mystery before you can rest. Like the weaned child, you lean into comfort, trusting that all will be well, even if you don't have all the answers tonight. Feel your heart quieting, its rhythm slow and steady, like a lullaby played just for you. Let go of the need to make sense of everything, to control what is outside your reach. The night will hold your questions, the darkness will cradle your uncertainty, and the morning will return with new light when it is time. For now, you are safe in the stillness you have created, anchored by the quiet heart that knows the value of rest. As you continue to relax, imagine the world outside your window. Silent streets, soft shadows, the distant hush of wind in the trees. Everything is at rest, and you are part of that stillness. Allow yourself to drift, to become weightless, to be carried by peace. There is no hurry here, no expectation. Just the simple, profound comfort of a heart at rest, a spirit calmed, a soul quiet and safe, awaiting the gentle embrace of sleep. As the quiet deepens around you and the world beyond your walls slips further into silence, let yourself become aware of a gentle presence that keeps watch even while you sleep. There is an ancient comfort in the idea that you are never truly unguarded, that your rest is not something you must defend or earn. The psalmist offers a promise for all who feel vulnerable in the darkness. He who watches over you will not slumber. Imagine that now. A presence awake while you drift away, eyes gentle and unwavering, vigilant through every hour of the night. While you surrender to sleep, you are cradled by a watchful care that never grows tired, never looks away, never misses a single moment. Let this promise wrap around you like a soft blanket, a layer of invisible protection. The door is locked, the windows closed, but more than that, you are held by a peace that is deeper than locked doors or strong walls. No matter how uncertain the day may have felt, or how fragile your own strength might seem tonight, you are allowed to let go completely, to rest without the burden of watchfulness. All the anxieties you carried, those worries that fluttered in your chest or pressed on your mind, can be set down now, for you do not have to stay alert any longer. Every sigh and every heartbeat is a testament to your trust in this protection, a gentle reassurance that you're safe to let go. Think of all the nights, stretching back into childhood, when you lay awake wondering if the darkness would ever lift, or when a strange noise or distant storm made you wish for someone to watch over you. Those childhood fears may have faded, but the longing for safety remains, woven into the fabric of being human. The comfort you sought then is still here for you now. You are not alone with your thoughts. You are not left to face the night on your own. Imagine a guardian who needs no rest, who never blinks, who is both patient and kind, content to simply be there for as long as you need, through every hour until dawn. With each breath, your body grows heavier, surrendering a little more of its tension. Your mind may try to linger on unfinished business or imagined dangers, but each of these too is gently gathered up and set aside, placed beyond the reach of your restless thoughts. The peace that covers you is quiet and sure, a steady presence that is not threatened by the shadows or the unknown. The night is not something to be endured, but a sacred time, set apart for healing and renewal. In this space, you are allowed to become small and still, a child once again, protected by a love that is never distracted or weary. As you settle into this sense of protection, notice the simple comforts around you, the feel of your pillow, the hush of the night air, the gentle rise and fall of your chest. All these are signs that you are safe, that your home is a haven, that nothing outside need trouble your spirit tonight. Even if fears try to intrude, let them be met by the unmovable certainty of your guardian's presence. Every shadow in your room is softened by the knowledge that you are watched over. Every creak or whisper of wind becomes a lullaby, a reminder that the world can move on outside, while you remain untouched, wrapped in the safety of your own quiet sanctuary. If your thoughts wander to loved ones, imagine them held in the same protective embrace, watched over by the same steady care. There is no limit to this guardianship. It expands gently, quietly, reaching all whom you hold dear, keeping them safe wherever they are. The night grows deep and still, and in that depth you find your rest, free from the need to stay alert, free from the burdens of worry, free to simply be. Now, as your eyes grow heavy and your breathing deepens, let yourself be carried by the promise that you are never alone in the darkness. Sleep comes softly, without fear or resistance, a gift freely given to those who trust in the protection that does not falter. Every part of you is safe, every hope and dream gently cradled, watched over until the gentle light of morning returns. Allow yourself this complete surrender, knowing that you are held, protected, and loved throughout every moment of the night. Let yourself become aware of the gift that sleep truly is, a gentle, unearned blessing that arrives when the world is ready to quiet, a kind of healing that cannot be rushed or forced. There is nothing you need to achieve in this moment, nothing to prove or to strive for. The psalmist reminds us he grants sleep to those he loves, and with that promise, you are invited to let go of all striving, to step softly into the embrace of rest. Imagine sleep as a gentle river, carrying you away from the noise and effort of the day, guiding you toward peace with each soft breath and every slow heartbeat. There is no need to hurry. There is no finish line to cross. Here, in the quiet hush of the night, your only task is to receive this gift with gratitude and trust. Remember all the ways your body and mind have served you throughout the day, the strength to move, the thoughts that guided you, the courage to meet whatever challenges arose. Each moment has required something from you, and now it is time for replenishment. Sleep is not merely an escape from waking life, but a time when healing happens quietly, without fanfare, when your deepest self is restored in ways you cannot see or measure. In this gentle space, every cell is nurtured, every worry is softened, and the body's wisdom takes over, tending to all the small repairs that will prepare you for a new day. You do not need to supervise this process or earn your place here. Simply being is enough. Think of the comfort that comes from being cared for without having to ask. Just as you offer rest and reassurance to those you love, so too are you deserving of this same kindness, this same gentle care. As you settle deeper into your bed, let the weight of the day fall away from your shoulders, replaced by a lightness that grows with every breath. Feel your body sinking into comfort, the muscles letting go, the bones growing heavy and warm. There is no demand on your mind, no expectation that you solve the puzzles that may have lingered in your thoughts. The world's demands are set aside now, and your spirit is free to simply rest, to drift, to receive the restoration that comes only in sleep. Allow yourself to notice the rhythm of your breathing, soft and unhurried, as if each inhale draws in peace and each exhale releases tension. Imagine your heart as a quiet house with its doors open to the cool air of night, every room filling with fresh hope and new energy. In the darkness, your dreams can blossom, unhurried and unjudged, growing wild and beautiful beyond the boundaries of waking life. Sleep is the soil in which tomorrow's strength takes root. It is the gentle rain that refreshes every hope and quiets every doubt. If you find yourself clinging to wakefulness, or if anxious thoughts return, remind yourself that rest is not something you must force. Like a flower closing gently at dusk, your body knows what to do, how to release, how to open itself to sleep's gentle arrival. Trust in this wisdom. Trust that you are being granted this time to recover, to let your spirit grow quiet, to simply be loved. There is nothing you must fix tonight, nothing to change or improve. Sleep itself is enough. Consider for a moment how precious this time is. A pause between one day and the next, a bridge to new possibilities. In your sleep, old burdens are left behind, and the energy you need for tomorrow is gathered silently in the depths of your rest. There is great power in surrender, in letting go of everything that cannot be changed or answered right now. Your dreams are a gentle place, a home where you are free to wander, to imagine, to play, and to heal. With each passing minute, feel yourself floating farther from the shore of wakefulness, carried by the gentle current of night. Your body is safe, your mind is calm, your spirit is wrapped in the softest blanket of peace. All the effort of the day has faded, and what remains is pure rest, a gift freely given, a blessing that asks nothing in return. Welcome this healing space, and allow yourself to sink deeper, trusting that you are loved, cared for, and restored, all while you sleep. Let yourself surrender to this gift, knowing that sleep is not only your right, but your renewal. As you drift toward dreams, you are accompanied by a gentle presence, by the promise that nothing is required of you except to receive. Allow the night to work its quiet magic, bringing you back to wholeness, to peace, to hope for the coming dawn. The gift of rest is yours, now and always, and you are worthy of every moment of its gentle embrace. There is a unique kind of hope that belongs to the night, the hope that even when the day has left you weary and your heart feels heavy, a new beginning is waiting patiently just beyond the horizon. The psalmist knew this feeling and offered the promise, weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. Let those words become a soft light in your mind, a quiet reassurance that no matter what the day has brought, each night holds the gentle possibility of renewal. As you settle beneath the covers, allow yourself to believe in the comfort of this promise. The darkness that surrounds you now is not an end, but a sacred pause, a place where sorrow is allowed to rest, and healing can begin to work quietly in the background. Think about the moments of sadness or struggle that have lingered in your mind. It is natural to feel the weight of these feelings, to carry them with you even as the world quiets and sleep approaches. But here, in the stillness of night, let yourself be open to the idea that nothing is permanent, not your worries, not your sadness, not even the pain that seems endless in the moment. The night is a gentle guardian, holding your tears, cradling your heart, making room for everything you have felt so that you do not have to push anything away. Allow yourself to feel whatever you need to feel, and then, gently, offer these emotions up to the quiet of the darkness. There is no need to solve every problem right now. No need to force yourself into cheerfulness before you're ready. It is enough simply to rest, to trust that the morning will bring with it a new sense of possibility. Remember how the world transforms at dawn, the sky changing slowly, softening from deep blue to golden rose as the sun begins to rise. Every night, whether long or short, difficult or easy, is followed by this miracle, a daily promise that there is always another chance, always another beginning. As you close your eyes, imagine that first light stretching across the landscape, painting hope onto everything it touches. Let that vision fill you with warmth, with the gentle anticipation that things can change, that burdens can grow lighter, that joy can return even after a long night of sorrow. Every breath you take is a step closer to that dawn. Every beat of your heart is a reminder that time is moving forward, carrying you toward new joys and new adventures. It is a tender thing to trust in the morning when the night feels endless, but this trust is a quiet strength, a soft faith that hope will return, even if you cannot see it yet. You are allowed to lean into this trust, to let it fill your mind and heart with gentle comfort. The things that trouble you tonight may not be resolved by tomorrow, but you will have new energy, new clarity, and a renewed sense of hope with the new day. Imagine yourself waking to gentle sunlight, feeling lighter, more free, as if some invisible weight has been lifted in the hours while you slept. Even if your mind drifts back to the things that made this day hard, remind yourself that the night is doing its work, preparing you for something better. You are not alone in your hope for morning. Every living thing around you is quietly waiting too. Flowers closing their petals, birds settling into their nests, even the trees swaying gently in the dark, all trusting in the promise of dawn. The universe is built on the rhythm of night giving way to day, of sadness making room for joy, of quietness preparing the way for celebration. Let yourself rest in this rhythm, secure in the knowledge that your story is still unfolding, that brighter moments are already on their way to meet you. With every slow, easy breath, allow your body to release the last remnants of the day, letting your heart beat softly in the hope of tomorrow's light. There is nothing you must do but surrender to this hope, to let it hold you gently as you drift into sleep. As your thoughts grow quieter, hold on to the knowledge that you are cherished, that every night you have ever known has given way to a new day, that the morning always arrives, sometimes quietly, sometimes with great fanfare, but always faithfully. Trust in the promise of rejoicing that is waiting for you, and let your spirit rest deeply in the peace of hope. The morning is coming, and with it, new possibilities, new joys, and a heart refreshed for whatever lies ahead. There is a gentle wisdom in the night, a quiet invitation to set aside the need to understand and control, to accept that life's mysteries do not need to be unraveled before you can rest. The psalmist speaks to this timeless truth, whispering, "Be still and know that I am God." Let those words move through your mind like a soft breeze, soothing the urge to figure out every detail, answer every question, or solve every problem. There is a place within you that longs for certainty, that craves clarity and assurance. But here, in the hush of the evening, you're allowed to let go of that longing and simply be. The night holds more questions than answers, but it also holds you, cradling your uncertainties with patience and understanding. Think of all the things that remain unfinished or unsolved, all the mysteries that have shaped your life, the decisions whose outcomes you still can't see, the reasons behind moments of pain or joy that may never be fully clear. These unanswered questions do not have to keep you awake. Tonight, let them drift like clouds across the vast sky of your mind, present but not pressing, important but not urgent. There is a sacred relief in accepting that some things can wait, that some truths will reveal themselves in their own time, and that your rest is not dependent on perfect knowledge or absolute control. Breathe in the stillness, feel its calm seep into every corner of your being, and give yourself permission to leave the unknown for another day. You may notice thoughts bubbling up, old worries or new questions rising to the surface as you try to quiet your mind. Instead of resisting or trying to force them away, let them be held by the stillness that surrounds you. Like pebbles at the bottom of a clear, unmoving pond, the water above them is undisturbed, the surface mirror smooth, reflecting only peace. Your heart does not have to race ahead into tomorrow's challenges or revisit yesterday's uncertainties. There is no pressure here to resolve what cannot be resolved. no demand to fix what was never yours to fix. Allow your mind to soften, your spirit to ease, as you rest in the knowledge that there is a greater wisdom guiding your life, a gentle hand shaping your story, even when you cannot see the pattern or predict the ending. Imagine the comfort of being able to set down every weight for just this moment. You do not have to carry the questions of your past, present, or future into the sacred quiet of sleep. Trust that you are held by something steady, something compassionate, something far greater than any worry or doubt. There is strength in surrender, in the decision to be still even when your mind urges you to keep moving. Every gentle inhale is a choice to trust. Every exhale a release of that need to control. You are safe in this stillness, protected in this pause, free to rest deeply without answers. Life will bring new questions and new challenges when morning comes, but the peace of this moment is yours, untouched by what might happen or what has already passed. Allow your mind to wander only where it feels light and free. Let go of any thought that tries to pull you back into worry. The mystery of the night is not your enemy, but your ally. A reminder that some of the most beautiful things, love, hope, faith, dreams, cannot be measured or fully explained. They exist, just as you do, embraced by a wisdom that asks only for your trust, not your understanding. Let your breath carry you deeper into this trust, each slow, soothing exhale drawing you further from the need to know and closer to the peace of simply being. You are part of something vast and kind, something that has guided the stars and the seasons since before you were born, and it is guiding you even now. There is a quiet humility in resting here, in accepting that your life is unfolding with purpose, even if that purpose is hidden for now. The answers you seek may come in time or may gently fade away as you grow into new questions and new chapters. As you rest in this sacred stillness, imagine yourself surrounded by a gentle, embracing light, neither dazzling nor harsh, but warm and steady, holding you in the present. Every sound, every sensation, every breath reminds you that you are here, you are enough, and you are being cared for by a wisdom greater than your own. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to figure out. Surrender to the comfort of not knowing, to the peace that comes when you trust in something larger than yourself. In this quiet, you are free. In this stillness, you find rest. And as you slip into sleep, remember that the mysteries of life can wait until morning. Tonight, you are safe in the embrace of trust beyond understanding. Let the hush of night invite you to the gentlest of practices, offering a whispered prayer or a silent hope into the stillness. There is no need for eloquence or perfection, for you are speaking from the deepest part of your heart, a place that longs simply to be heard. The psalmist wrote, "Hear me, my righteous God," a phrase that echoes through the centuries, reminding us all that every hope, every worry, every quiet dream is worthy of attention. As you rest here, close your eyes and allow your thoughts to soften, letting each one become a gentle petition, a kind wish, a tender request carried softly into the night. Perhaps you hold a longing for peace, for yourself or for someone you love, or perhaps there is a hope you have barely spoken aloud, something fragile and shimmering that lives in your imagination. Whisper it now, not because you expect an immediate answer, but because in naming your desires and fears, you lighten the burden of carrying them alone. There is a healing that happens when you dare to hope, even if your hope is small. Imagine each word you send into the darkness as a bright point of light, joining the quiet constellation of countless prayers that have risen on nights just like this, small, sincere, and full of yearning. Remember that prayers do not have to be grand to be heard. A simple thank you for the day's comforts, a plea for rest, a wish for courage in the face of uncertainty. Each is meaningful. Each finds its place in the great silence that listens without judgment or hurry. You may even find that your prayers are not words at all, but feelings, or images or memories that drift across your mind, trust that every honest hope, every heartfelt question, every tear that falls in the darkness is precious and seen. You are not alone in your asking. The act of whispering your prayers, no matter how uncertain, no matter how hesitant, opens the door for peace to enter and for your heart to be soothed. As you breathe slowly, picture the people you love, family, friends, even strangers whose paths have crossed yours for a brief moment. In the quiet, offer up a blessing for each of them. Imagine them wrapped in comfort and safety, carried by the same gentle care you seek for yourself. Let your circle of prayer grow wider with each breath, reaching beyond the walls of your room, crossing neighborhoods and cities, flowing quietly into the world. There is something beautiful in wishing well for others, something healing in the release of self and the embrace of compassion. Your whispered prayers create ripples of kindness that travel further than you know. If your heart feels heavy tonight, full of regrets or worries for tomorrow, or longing for things you cannot change, let your prayer be an offering of all that weighs on you. Lay it down, gently, in the silence. Trust that what you release in hope is always met by love, and what you surrender in vulnerability is always received with gentle hands. You do not have to hold everything by yourself. Let your needs, spoken and unspoken, be lifted up and carried, freeing you to rest. There are nights when words will come easily, tumbling out in a steady stream, and nights when you will find only a quiet longing or a single word repeated like a mantra. Help, peace, hope, thanks. Whatever shape your prayer takes tonight, know that it is enough. There is no right or wrong way to speak from the heart. The silence listens, the darkness understands, and you are answered, sometimes not with words, but with a feeling of calm, a sense of being held, a deepening ease that settles over your spirit. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine your whispered prayers like seeds planted in the earth, ready to bloom in their own time. There is trust in letting go, in believing that what is planted in hope will be answered in love, even if the answer is simply the strength to begin again tomorrow. Your words, your wishes, your quietest hopes are all safe here, woven gently into the fabric of night, kept alive by the steady heartbeat of the universe. Now let yourself rest, knowing you have been heard, your prayers received, your spirit eased. The night holds you and all your hopes tenderly. Release your last thoughts as a final whispered blessing and surrender to the healing quiet of sleep, confident that in the silence, you are never alone. There is a quiet strength in the act of letting go, a gentle kind of power that is not born from struggle, but from trust. Tonight, as you rest, you're invited to experience the kind of strength that comes not from pushing forward, but from yielding to peace. The psalmist writes, "My soul finds rest in God alone. My hope comes from Him." These words are like a soft hand on your shoulder, a reminder that there is no shame in needing rest, that surrender is not defeat, but a necessary part of renewal. Consider the courage it takes to release your grasp on all that you try to control, and to trust that the world will continue spinning even as you sleep. There is a bravery in softness, a wisdom in gentleness, a true resilience found not in clinging tightly, but in allowing yourself to drift, to float, to be buoyed by something greater than your own effort. Think of all the times in life when you have held on tightly, facing difficult days, trying to manage the uncertainty of the future, or worrying over the needs of those you care about. The desire to control is natural, especially when the unknown feels threatening. But tonight, let yourself feel what it's like to lay those burdens down, just for a while. Trust in the process of rest, in the body's ability to heal itself, in the mind's capacity to find quiet. Gentleness is the key. Speak to yourself with the kindness you would offer a beloved friend, letting your own inner voice become calm and forgiving. If you notice your thoughts returning to old worries or unfinished business, Offer them a gentle acknowledgement, and then allow them to float away like leaves carried by a soft stream. There is an art to trusting the night. Imagine that you are lying in a small boat, rocked by gentle waves, stars overhead spinning slowly, the air cool and fresh against your skin. There is nothing you must steer, no direction you need to choose. The waters beneath you are safe, and you are free to close your eyes, trusting that you will be carried safely until morning. This is the strength in gentleness, the decision to trust, to loosen your grip, to believe in the wisdom of the night. Rest is not simply the absence of activity, but the presence of peace, a space in which your spirit can grow strong in quiet ways. As your breathing slows, notice the ease spreading through your body. Your muscles loosen, your heartbeat steadies, and every cell within you begins the work of healing and renewal. You are doing enough by simply resting, allowing the world to grow quiet, the night to envelop you with its softness. There is a deep power in knowing when to yield, when to allow yourself to be held, when to step back and trust in the promise that gentleness brings restoration. Even if your day was filled with moments of uncertainty or struggle, now is the time to honor your efforts and release any pressure to do more. You have earned this peace. Remember that gentleness is not the same as weakness. There is resilience in the ability to bend, just as a tree survives the storm, not by resisting the wind, but by moving with it. You can trust yourself to adapt, to recover, to heal, even in ways you cannot yet see. The gentlest moments of your life, soft laughter, a reassuring touch, the comfort of a friend, have always held the seeds of strength within them. Tonight, let yourself be nourished by those memories, allowing their warmth and kindness to fill your heart as you drift towards sleep. If your thoughts stray to worries about the future, remind yourself that hope does not require answers, only the willingness to keep moving forward, one gentle breath at a time. Each moment of rest is an act of faith, a quiet declaration that you are deserving of care and comfort. The night asks only that you surrender your striving, your need to solve and manage, and instead receive the restoration that comes through softness and trust. Let the final moments before sleep be a celebration of gentleness, a recognition of your own quiet strength. The world may tell you to be strong by pushing harder, but tonight you will find your strength in letting go, in being gentle with yourself, in believing that you will wake renewed and ready for whatever comes next. As you drift into dreams, know that you are carried by the strength of gentleness, buoyed by hope, and wrapped in the assurance that rest will prepare you for a brighter tomorrow. The gentle path is the one that leads you home, again and again, to peace, to healing, and to the deep quiet joy of being at ease with yourself and with the world. Allow your heart to become aware of the gentle presence of love that surrounds you, a love that does not waver with the changing of the day or the uncertainty of the night, a love that is steadfast and quietly enduring. The psalmist repeats again and again, his love endures forever, as if to reassure every restless soul that there is a constant beneath all the shifting shadows of life. This enduring love is not loud or demanding. It does not need to announce itself with grand gestures or thunderous words. Instead, it is as steady and reliable as the rhythm of your breath, present in every moment whether you notice it or not, a patient companion through both joy and sorrow. In this love, you are welcomed exactly as you are, with all your strengths and shortcomings, your hopes and regrets, your light and your shadows. Think back over your day and notice the many small ways love has been present. Perhaps it arrived in the kindness of a friend, the gentle encouragement of a stranger, or the comforting memory of someone you care about. Sometimes love shows up in ways so quiet that you might overlook them. A door held open, a word of reassurance, a moment of laughter, the way sunlight touched your face, the way someone remembered your name. These tiny, fleeting gestures are not separate from the enduring love the psalmist describes. They are its daily echoes, reminders that you are cherished and valued, that your story matters in ways both great and small. There is nothing you need to do to deserve this love. It is yours by birthright, woven into the very fabric of your being. Even on days when you feel alone or misunderstood, when you question your worth or struggle with doubt, love remains, constant and unchanging, as patient as the turning of the stars. Imagine it now as a blanket drawn around your shoulders, soft and comforting, shielding you from the coldness of self-judgment or fear. You do not have to prove yourself tonight. The love that endures forever is not based on your accomplishments or your failures. It simply is, unconditional, unwavering, and gentle. Let yourself rest in this knowledge. Feel the tension in your body melt away as you surrender to the truth that you are loved beyond measure. There is no limit to this love, no boundary it cannot cross, no mistake it cannot forgive. Even if your day was tangled with mistakes or missteps, even if your heart carries wounds or your mind replays worries, this love wraps you in safety, whispering that you are enough, that you are precious, that you belong. Imagine this love seeping into every corner of your being, touching even the places you keep hidden, lighting up the parts of yourself you find hardest to accept. There is a peace that settles in when you trust in love that endures, a sense of being grounded and secure, even as the world changes and shifts around you. You are allowed to relax here, to let your guard down, to be held in the quiet certainty that nothing can separate you from the love that holds you. Like a tree rooted deeply into the earth, you are sustained through every season by this nourishing, patient presence. The storms may come, but they cannot uproot you. The winds may howl, but you remain anchored because you are cherished by a love that does not fade. If memories of loneliness, regret, or longing arise, offer them gently to this enduring love. Imagine them being held and healed, softened by kindness, understood without judgment. Let this love be a light in the darkness, a guiding star when the way ahead seems uncertain. It is here for you, in every breath, every heartbeat, every moment of the night. It waits quietly for you to remember, to lean in, to trust that you do not have to walk this journey alone. As sleep draws near, feel the warmth of this unfailing love like a gentle embrace, comforting and unwavering, watching over you as you rest. There is nothing you need to say, nothing you need to do, but simply receive. Let the reassurance of these ancient words, "His love endures forever," echo softly in your mind, settling your thoughts, calming your heart, and inviting you into a night of deep, restorative peace. Allow yourself to drift into dreams, knowing you are surrounded and protected by love that will never leave you, love that sees you fully and welcomes you home every time you close your eyes. In the quiet and the darkness, you are never alone, for you are always, always loved. Let yourself surrender to the gentle embrace of peace as the night deepens and you prepare for sleep, knowing that there is nothing more you need to accomplish. All the worries and tasks of the day are now behind you, set aside and allowed to fade into the quiet of evening. The psalmist returns with the simplest, most soothing promise: "In peace I will lie down and sleep. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety." Allow these ancient words to settle into your spirit, calming the last restless thoughts that linger at the edge of consciousness. There is no more striving needed, no more expectations to fulfill. You have done enough, you are enough, and now you can rest without fear, without hurry, without doubt. Imagine the feeling of being completely at ease, your body cradled by softness, every muscle unwinding, your heartbeat slow and steady. With every breath, a wave of calmness washes over you, carrying away any lingering tension, leaving only warmth and relaxation in its wake. Picture the world outside your window, still, silent and peaceful, held in a gentle hush that encourages everything to pause and breathe. Even if the day was filled with noise or challenge, Even if there were moments of uncertainty or pain, let the quiet of night be a soothing balm, a signal that it is safe now to let go. Reflect on the journey you have taken, not just today, but through many days and nights, through seasons of growth and change, through times of laughter and times of tears. Each moment has led you here, to this soft place of rest, this time of surrender. Rest is not a weakness, but a gift you are invited to receive. It is the body's way of healing, the mind's way of settling, the spirit's way of being renewed. In these hours of sleep, you do not have to do or be anything but present to the slow rhythm of your breath, the steady comfort of your heartbeat, the ease that comes from trust. If worries try to return, let them drift past like clouds across a moonlit sky, visible for a moment and then gone. If memories of the day arise, welcome them with gentle acceptance, knowing they cannot disturb your rest. The night holds you securely, sheltering you with a peace that is deeper than understanding, a safety that does not depend on circumstances. In this space, your spirit is free to wander into dreams, to heal, to restore itself, to find new strength for the day to come. Remember that you are not alone in this peace. Across the world, countless others are also settling into the quiet, their hearts seeking rest, their minds yearning for release from the cares of the day. There is a comfort in this shared surrender, a sense of belonging to something larger, a human family joined in the nightly ritual of sleep. You are part of this great resting, a thread woven into the gentle tapestry of night. Let your senses absorb the peace that fills your room, the softness of your pillow, the familiar scent of your sheets, the reassuring quiet that settles all around you. Each small comfort is a reminder that you are cared for, that you are safe, that you are exactly where you need to be. Allow this peace to seep into your bones, to reach every corner of your being, bringing rest not just to your body, but to your heart and mind as well. Feel the soft weight of sleep drawing you closer, your thoughts slowing, your breathing deepening, your whole self melting into the restful darkness. There is nothing left to hold on to, nothing left to worry about. You are sheltered in this moment, protected by a peace that cannot be shaken, watched over by a love that asks nothing in return. All that is required is your willingness to let go, to surrender fully to the gentle arms of night. As you cross the threshold into sleep, know that you are deeply at peace, that you are cherished and safe, that you are allowed this time of renewal. The world will wait for you until morning. All will be well. Let yourself drift, let yourself dream, let yourself be restored by the quiet power of peaceful surrender. The night is yours, the peace is yours, the gift of rest is yours. And as you sleep, you are held, you are loved, you are home.